They're off and running at finger lengths. Good start for East Coast Girl, who spears out for the front end. Rebel Empire, Storm and Sammy up into second. Emerald Forest stacked out wide up the backstretch, up into a joint third, now into third, a length and a half off the lead. It's Samurai Legacy is in between horses second last, and Starship Tango in some tight quarters at the tail of the field. East Coast Girl, Storm and Sammy first and second. Emerald Forest is on the outside in third. And now up into second is Emerald Forest, 2 lengths off the lead. As it's Rebel Empire tracks in fourth, and 5 lengths back to Samurai Legacy is 2 lengths in front of Starship Tango, who's at the tail of the field as they arrive at the top of the stretch. And you got to catch East Coast Girl. East Coast Girl comes off the turn, leading by 5 lengths. Over Emerald Forest in second. Rebel Empire stand side. Storm and Sammy at the fence in fourth. 16th to go. No doubt about a winner. It's East Coast Girl. East Coast Girl wins impressively. Emerald Forest second. Rebel Empire third. Storm and Sammy fourth. And they're off. A hop in the air at the start for Jovia's first. It's Paint the Line who barrels out for the lead. Just a Guy and Trojan Mule also sending out for the lead. 3 across the track early on. Then it's Bernie Money who stalks in fourth. A gap of about 3 to Bond Chance. Jovia's first passes that one on the 4 wide side. Davis Tuition second last. 8.5 off the lead and 2 lengths back to Saratoga Weekend, who's at the tail of the field. Less than a half mile to go. Just a Guy, Trojan Mule, and Paint the Line first, second, and third. 2 more lengths to Bernie Money in the 4th spot. Is to the outside of Jovia's first in 5th. Jovia's first now up into 4th, 3.5 lengths off the lead. David's Tuition about 6 lengths off the pace, then 3 parts of a length to Bond Chance, and a margin of about 6 to Saratoga Weekend, who's at the tail of the field as they arrive at the top of the stretch. Just a Guy, Trojan Mule, Paint the Line. Jovia's first in the pink colors on the outside, and David's Tuition's at the fence as they run down to the final furlong. It's Paint the Line on top by 2 lengths over Jovia's first, and Just a Guy second and third. In deep stretch, it's Paint the Line. Give jockey Emmanuel De Diego a riding double. Jovia's first, second. Sarah minutes at 2:47 p.m. And they're off. Great start for Mischief Exposed, able to cross and clear in just a few strides. Has the lead by a length and a half. Over Sharp Playboys on the outside second. Support the Cat in between horses in third. Fazaro towards the inside fourth, and a length and a half to Wit Dashing Speed. John the Baptist runs along inside of him and passes that one. Then a big gap of about 9 lengths to the trailers. 8 Sunset Drive is 2 lengths in front of one with everything at the tail of the field. On to the turn. Mischief Exposed has a lead by 4 open lengths. Fazaro is up into second. Sharp Playboy shuffled a tiny bit in third. Then it's John the Baptist under pressure fourth, 7 lengths off the lead. And Support the Cats in fifth. Then 5 lengths back to Wit Dashing Speed. 8 Sunset Drive goes very wide in second last as they reach the top of the stretch. It's Mischief Exposed who cuts the corner, has a lead by 7 lengths. The battle for second at this point in time. Sharp Playboy to the outside of Fazaro, and then it's Support the Cat a distant fourth. They run to the 16th pole. It's Mischief Exposed who took the lead out of the starting gate and went all the way on the front end. Give Emmanuel De Diego his third on the card. Sharp Playboy second. $7.67. Super $92.88. Pick 3, $32.24. And they're off. It's Jake's Orchard and Kings and Queens who blaze out for the front end. Saratoga Warrior is on the outside with Ragtime Prankster. Well Suited is at the fence as they sort themselves out. It's Jake's Orchard who has a leak as it's Well Suited up the inside in second as Kings and Queens reclaims second. Saratoga Warrior outside into a joint third. Ragtime Prankster, Kiss Me, Hold Me, Thrill Me fifth and sixth. And then in seventh, that is Not For Nothing, only about 5.5 lengths off the lead. A couple more lengths back to the trailing horses. Sanzio advancing 3 wide. Find a names in between horses, and Whiskey Friends is at the back. As they race up the backstretch, it's Jake's Orchard doling out the fractions, has the lead by 2 open lengths. Kings and Queens in chase mode second. It's Well Suited who probes up the fence in third. Saratoga Warrior, Pink Cap in fourth. Ragtime Prankster outside of him in fifth. Kiss Me, Hold Me, Thrill Me, ridden along to keep position. Sanzio advancing on the outside. Not for Nothing trying to thread his way through traffic and gets into the top 4 as Not for Nothing and Sanzio are in tandem. The back part of the field includes Find a Name and Whiskey Friends as they arrive at the quarter pole. They're lining up 3 across the track, and it's Saratoga Warrior and Kings and Queens. First and second, Jake's Orchard fights on along the inside. Sanzio Purple Silks on the extreme outside. Not for Nothing looking out for some racing room. Few chances here with 1 furlong to go. Saratoga Warrior has the lead by a half length over Jake's Orchard. Sanzio's on the outside, 16th to go. Saratoga Warrior continues to fight on the front end and will get the win over Jake's Orchard and Sanzio. And then it was $86. Trifecta $188.14. Super $262.52. Pick 3 $45. And they're off. Bad hop at the start for Jules in the Bay, who's last. It's Conformist who accelerates out for the lead. Bay Banks in second. G Munnings up the inside in third. Invaluable Will tracks in fourth, 2.5 off the lead. A length and a half to Mr. JT in fifth. Captain of My Heart races in sixth. Then we come back to the favorite Nutsy in seventh to the inside of Maddie's Express in eighth. A margin of 4 back to Trap the Dream is a length in front of the slow starting Jules in the Bay, who's at the back of the pack. 4 horses within a length and a half of each other as they go on to the turn. It's Conformist on top. Invaluable Rule applying the pressure in second. And then it's Bay Bank deep on the course. G Munnings at the fence in fourth. And then in fifth, that's Mr. JT. 4 lengths off the lead. Captain of My Heart has 5.5 lengths to find. Nutsy, red cap, red blinkers going to the outside. Maddie's Express outside of him. Wide open here as they reach the top of the stretch. Conformist is under siege. It's Mr. JT 4 wide. Captain of My Heart in the 2-path. G Money scrapes the paint. They run to the 16th pole. Captain of My Heart emerges with the lead. Mr. JT's in second. Nutsy's in third. In deep stretch, it's Captain of My Heart at 17-1 who wins. Mr. JT second. Nutsy third, fourth, Trapperty. Exacta $262.24. Trifecta $281.35. Super $297.36. They're all in the gates. And they're off. It's the Shoe Lady who's hustled for the lead. Sweet DeSantis on the center of the course in about second. And then it's In Traffic on in the white blinkers in third. In fourth place, Saratoga Kisses as Sweet DeSantis drifting In Traffic pretty wide up the stretch as they have 1 lap to go. Sweet DeSantis, Headstrong has the lead. In Traffic second. The Shoe Lady scrapes the paint, if you will, in third. Then 4 lengths. Saratoga Kisses in fourth. Liggins Legacies to the inside of Trade Secret. Holiday Jazz in second last. And Pure Elegance is at the back of the pack as they navigate the first turn. Sweet DeSantis has the lead over the Shoe Lady. In Traffic outside in third. 3 lengths back to Saratoga Kisses, who settles in fourth. Liggins Legacy 2 lengths behind her in fifth. Then it's Pure Elegance towards the inside in sixth. Trade Secret 3 wide, seventh, and about 10 lengths off the lead. And 2 lengths to Holiday Jazz, who trails the opening half in 48 seconds. Up the backstretch, Sweet DeSantis calling the shots in the front end, has the lead by 3.5. The Shoe Ladies in second, Saratoga Kisses towards the inside third. In Traffic races in fourth and under a little bit of a ride as Liggins Legacies in between horses into the top 4. Followed up next there by Trade Secret, who's now looping up to the outside, passing In Traffic as well as Pure Elegance. And at the back, that's Holiday Jazz. 2.5 furlongs to go. Sweet DeSantis, the Shoe Lady, first and second. Saratoga Kisses third. Liggins Legacy is on the outside up into the top 3 as it's Trade Secret who circles up on the outside with Pure Elegance. They're fifth and sixth, but a few lengths off the leaders as they reach the top of the home stretch. Sweet DeSantis cuts the corner, but it's the Shoe Lady. The Shoe Lady takes over the lead in upper stretch. Liggins Legacy races in third. Then we got a line of 4 in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th spots. 16th to go. The Shoe Lady on top by a couple lengths over Sweet DeSantis. And the Shoe Lady will give Caber Coa 2 wins in the car. Sweet DeSantis second. Holiday Jazz in third. Liggins Legacy $15.43. Dime Super $15.56. 8th and final finger lengths. No changes. Exacta. They're all in the gate. And they're off. It's a decent start. It's Red Butterfly setting out for the lead. Dashing Della at the fence grabs that lead. La Indecente is in third, now losing third to Sweet Tooth Sue. 5th place, Divorced of Course, to the outside of Fauve. Then a length and a half back to 5 to 2. Position about 9 off the lead. La Grotte forcing her hand on the outside. And then 3.5 lengths to the gray. And that is our First Lady who's at the back. Dashing Della, first quarter, 22 4/5, and has the lead sheep by about 5. Red Butterfly is a clear-cut second. Then in third, that is 5 to 2, is to the inside there of La Grotte, as Sweet Tooth Sue drops back in 5th. Divorced, of course, in 6th. Fauve goes wide in 7th, and it's La Indecente in second last as they reach the top of the stretch. Dashing Della, the first to face us. Red Butterfly comes to confront on the outside. La Grotte's on the stand side, and 5 to 2 is getting through at the fence as they swamp on Dashing Della. 5 to 2 and La Grotte. La Grotte to the outside of 5 to 2, and then it's Red Butterfly in third. In deep stretch, it's La Grotte. La Grotte in the nightcap. 5 to 2 second, Red Butterfly third. Our First Lady fourth. It's exact as $7.96. Try $7.37. Super $5.18. Pick 3, $36.90. Pick 4, $155.55. Pick 5, $1,061.65. 8th race is the last live race here at Finger Lakes for a Wednesday. Next live racing date, Monday, first post at 1 p.m. From high atop the roof here at Finger Lakes, this is your track announcer, Bill Downs, signing off. Have a fabulous evening.